Alright, 1, 2, 3. Yo, what up? You already know what it is, man. The one and only HipHopGamer, NVIDIA. We in a building right now, son. Now look, like I told y'all before, this right here is the BFGD, correct?
Yes, big format gaming display.
Big format gaming display. Now in the hood, we was calling it something else.
Yeah.
But we just gonna leave it like that.
Yeah.
Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I'm very, very proud and impressed. And I finally used it, so I'm even more proud and impressed because the shit is fire. So the first question is this: why? Like why do a 65-inch gaming monitor? Like, do you feel it was just time for it now? Why make it in the first place?
Well, my first question to you is why not, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, why not? I like that.
So basically, we wanted to. So the thing is with correct me if I'm.
Yeah.
The thing is with large displays out there in the market, you would have to buy a television that. Right. And the problem with televisions is that they have higher latency.
Yeah.
And they're not as smooth as a GSync monitor would
Right.
be.
Absolutely.
So.
And traditionally, when we think about PC gaming, right, it's always done on a desk. That's like 24 inches, 27 inch, maybe like a 35 inches, right? Never a 65 inch. But what you get with that larger size is a much more immersive experience, and that's really what gamers want. This BFGD is really catered to really enthusiastic gamers that have this type of setup, that want to play in this type of room setup and a little bit farther away from the desk. So
I agree. I agree. I got a big TV, like, you know what I'm saying, that I play on. Now this is like a very important question. Every time I saw interviews about the BFGD, it's always been PC, like, related. How does this TV help if you're playing on a console?
So this actually, so it's not just for the PC. This also has a HDMI in, so you can play on the console. You can connect your console to it. You can play 4K gaming in HDR on your console system. So it also supports that too.
Right. In fact, the Shield is also built in, so you can also play games on Shield.
Right.
Oh, dope. That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
So now I have another question. This is more of a tough question. So now this is a 4K HDR 120 hertz television, but the GSync. Now, is the GSync only useful for playing on PC, or will the benefits of GSync be rewarded if you're playing on console as well when it comes to frames?
Yeah, that depends on the content as well. Yeah, we're not sure about that. Yeah.
See, and that's why I wanted to ask that question, because that plays a role, because GSync is so important.
So you will have that variable frame rate support, which is GSync support on Shield content.
Yeah.
I know that for sure. Like say if you're watching content. Say if you're watching a movie that's like 23, what is movie?
24p.
Yeah, it's 24p. Yeah. So the frame rate will go down to 24p. So you won't see the tearing like how you will on regular TV.
That's
so
right.
You will see the benefits on Shield as well. So
now my another question is, G-Sync technology is phenomenal, bro. So when I see this is perfect. You guys accomplished some amazing shit here. Like, this is great. So I can't wait for it to come out and people to pick it up, because it's that damn good. And I played it, all right? I used it. That joint is smooth. And I'm going to tell you this. Like, seriously, I'm going to tell you this. I'm not no good mouse and keyboard player. But just for the few minutes that I played, just for the few minutes that I played on this particular TV, I just got into it. Like, I got used to it fast. It's great. So I thank y'all for the technology that y'all put into it. So now let's get deeper into, like, why this is important. So the HDR, there's a lot of TVs, there's a lot of different levels of HDR, different kinds and stuff like that. What makes this HDR on this particular TV like special or different that gamers is going to really appreciate?
So
there hasn't been a lot of HDR monitors actually. Right. So we have HDR monitor. There's the Acer and the Asus, which is the 27-inch that uses the HDR as well, and we have those available actually right now.
Okay.
So this is really one of a kind in some sense.
This is the first of its kind.
The first of its kind. That's
the only of its kind in this class size.
Right.
That's crazy.
Which goes back to your first question, right? Our goal over here is to not, like, we do have 4K HDR monitors, right? You're 27-inch, but your monitor shouldn't be just limited to your desk. Now we can put a screen of this size in your gamer's den in your living room, right? and you can be fully immersive. I mean, look at the scale, the size. You're sitting there, and it looks almost like you're in that first person.
That's crazy. So now, one thing I want to talk about is you talk about the low latency, right? So when it comes to the low latency, is this TV alone, like, will it help? Like, if you're playing on a console on this TV, the low latency of this TV, will it help give better performance if you're playing on a console with this TV?
That I'm not too sure.
Yeah,
about
so
that
we are not we haven't announced the refresh rate, the latency numbers, on the BFGD yet. But you can think of it, it's going to be comparable to very high-end GSync monitor that's available today.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
And the reason why.
Sorry. And the thing is, the difference in latency between console and PC, it's significant. Yeah. Which is why when it comes to competitive gaming, first-person shooters especially, people prefer the PC, right? Due to its
of course.
Yeah.
Now, my next question to y'all is, do you think that the success, like once this come out and it's out in the market, the success of BFGD, do you, sorry, y'all know I need some water right now, but do y'all think that y'all would develop a TV, but for a console, just like how this works so well with PC, to help that market as well? And I know NVIDIA is PC, I get it, but in terms of like console players, and it's cheaper to get into that, I don't feel like it should be alienated as well. Right. So if there is a way where through the technology of this going forward, it could be also beneficial to those that use console. Like, do you think that that's something that y'all thought about going forward in the future?
I'm actually not sure, you know. Like, we don't. We're not the ones that come up with the ideas.
Right. And also, we have
but you know,
we have so much to do, you know, even just for the gamer market, the PC gaming market, we have so much to improve on still. You know, right now, a few years back, the GSync gaming display is like the best we can do, right?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden now we have BFGD, right? So we really need to kind of focus on developing, perfecting the experience for the PC gamers.
Now, I have this is a major important question. So let's say you got a GeForce 1080 Ti, right? And you want to play a game like Assassin's Creed, but it wasn't hitting 4K 60 like consistent. So let's say you want to play at 4K 30. Does the G-Sync in here, if you dropped it in 30 frames, will it still match so there's no screen tearing and it's still smooth even though it's 30? Okay, I'm gonna say this again. You mean to tell me that this TV, even if I'm playing at 30 frames per second, it will still match the frame so it's smooth?
Correct.
I want to tell you this. I love you, and I love you. Group hug. Group hug. Oh my God. That's insane. You serious? Oh my God. So now for the last question, and this is very important. Who's the better gamer?
Oh, that would be him.
I was watching him play Fortnite earlier. He was shredding.
Oh, they try to be too nice and stuff like that. So who's the better Destiny player?
I don't know. We haven't
really.
You know, we play better on teams, not against each other.
Okay, I like that.
We're on the same team.
Yes.
Right, smart up. So, NVIDIA, GeForce Gamers, BFGD. I don't know when it's coming out, but do you, what has been the fan reception in your opinion?
People love it. From the moment we showed it, from the moment that we showed it the very first time, people just love it. People are amazed by it because, like I said, this is the first of its class, right? This is cutting edge technology.
Yo, it needs to come out soon. Can y'all tell me anything, please? Like, when is it coming? Like,
we're definitely targeting end of the year.
Wait, whoa. You targeting this year?
Oh yeah. I know we're working with 3 partners, Acer, Asus, and HP. So this particular model is from HP, but Acer and Asus are also having their own take on industrial design, their own BFGD. So we're targeting end of the year.
But the technology will be the same across all of them, right?
The technology in terms of the panel.
Yeah, like in terms of Asus and
Right. But then they will have their own take on industrial design, what bells and whistles they're gonna have.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say this quality gotta stay the same.
Oh yeah,
it's all good.
All right, cool. So on that note, one love and God bless. It's the one and only hip hop gamer on your hot 9/7 every day. That's my word. NVIDIA, baby, GeForce Gamers. We out of here, baby.
Awesome. Thank you.
Peace. Oh my God, yo, dude.